In this video, we will design a forms and flow for a task process. First of all, we are logging into the system. Then from this menu, we are going to IDE site. On the screen, we are creating a new blank project and we selecting a name to our project. Let's say P_task process. We can change the caption. After that, we should select the folder for our project. And we can change language from here. After the creation, on the left side, we see our form and the flow. We will start with the form, and when we double click to our form, we see a blank area. When our form opened, with a double clicking to the form, we see our form's properties. On the step, let's change the caption as task process. After that, from the view menu, we can select toolbox and we can see our objects for this project. So for this project, we will use user metadata object. After adding this, we are clicking to the object and we can change the caption. So for this object, we will use name and surname. Let's bold it. And from the select metadata type menu, we can change which data will shown on this object. So for this object, we will use name and surname. We will do the same thing to the second object. Let's change its caption as profession, bold it, and after that from this menu we are selecting a profession. The system will get this data from the HR system automatically. For the next step, we will use combo box. We are adding to our form and we are changing its caption as responsible employee. So for the getting a list for the employees, we will connect it with the database. To do that, we are adding a new item. And we can write our own queries to here. We are writing our query. I'm editing this area as that I want to details. I'm getting this from this tab. Then I should select a connection settings. After that, I can try my query. From the results tab, I can see my ID, first name and last name list from this menu. So my query is working now. After that, from the combo box and from the database site, I can add my query to this combo box. As you can see, we have a new query as authorized employee. This added to this combo box. After that, from the data source tab, we should select our value expression, and from the display expression, we should select which areas that we want to see. So I want first name and last name on this combo box. So our combo box is ready. We are continuing with the next object to our form. I want to add a date range picker to my form. We are changing its name as date. After that, I will add a new text box for the task description. I will also change and I will bold it. And I will add text area here for the details of the task. I'm changing its caption as task details and bold. After this, we will add new view to our form for the next approver of this process. So for this, we are selecting a view manager, and from this side, we will duplicate our first view as a default copy. So after that, with an edit button, we can change its name as view 2. So for now, we have the same form, but we can also edit inside of this form. For the new view, I'm adding a checkbox, and this checkbox name is task completed. And near of this checkbox, I will add a new text area for the comments of these tasks. This view will be available for the second approver of this process. Beforehand, I want to change this comment area's visibility as this checkbox's condition. For doing this, we will use Rule Manager, but first of all, we will change the client visibility of this text area. So we're doing this from the Properties menu. After that, we are opening our Rule Manager and we are adding a new rule. So first of all, it's gonna be work on the checkboxes value changed. Then we are adding our actions as our entries. So our target is text area 2's client visibility. So let's say text false for this, and I am duplicating it, and it's gonna be the text true, and its value is true. So our actions is ready. After that, we are continuing with our conditions. We will have two different conditions. So our first condition is if our checkbox 1's value is false, our text false action will be happen. So if our checkbox value is true, text true action will be happen. So when I click the save button, systems gives us an information as rule has been successfully saved. So after that, on the preview menu, we can see our form view, and we can even test our rule is working or not. So our form is ready, and we will continue with the flow creation phase. For this, from this menu, we are moving forward to the flow side. At the beginning of the flow creation phase, as you remember, we should send our form to the responsible employee. For do this, first of all we are adding a variable object and we are changing the variable object's caption as responsible employee and the object name is variable resp. And from the properties tab, we are changing the general section and the target document is document 1 and our target object is combo box 1. After that, we should add two different objects to this process. First one is the assignment object and second one is position object. And first of all, we are changing our position object's properties. First, we are adding a document. Our document is document 1 and our view is view 2. We are changing to this view 2 because we want to see new objects on the form. And we change the editable tab and save. After that, on the assignment object, our target object is position 1 and our source type is position from user from variable value and our variable is variable responsible. After that, first of all, let's change this object's name as employee. Our assignment object name is assigning. After this phase, we also send to a notification to this process. So for do this, we are adding a notification object. Let's change its name and the document also. By the way, we also should add a group content for this, but I'm skipping on that part. And after the notification send, flow will end. And if the employee rejects this process, it's also gone to the notification and flow will end. And our flow is ready. To use this project on the end user interface, we should publish our project first. Publishing is done and we are moving forward to the web user interface. And now we will add our project to the menu. For do this, we are moving forward to the application navigator. We are selecting an add button and first we are entering the caption for our project as task process. Our node action type is start a process. Our project is a p_task process and our flow is flow 1. And we want to see our project on the menu tab. We can select a set parent, but for this project we won't use this. And from the profiles tab, we can select our profiles to who will see this project. I'm selecting all. And we are adding. After that, we are saving a navigator and we can see our project on the menu now. So let's check this. Task process is here and we are opening this for the first time. as you can see, it gets my name automatically from the HR system and also my profession. And let's fill the form right now. First of all, we are selecting a responsible employee from the list. Let's select Nelson Dale, and we are selecting a date range as this date to this date, and let's entering a task description and task details, and our form is ready and we are sending. But as you can see, we selecting Nelson Dale as a responsible employee, so let's send it. And from the flow history, as you can see, our process gone to the Nelson Dale as an employee. So let's log in with the Nelson Dale's account. When we log in with the Nelson Dale's account, we see the new process awaiting for our approval. And we see the same form with a new button. So if everything is okay for us, let's click the test completed, and we can fill the comment text area. And we can approve it. Let's check the flow history again, and our flow is finished. Thanks for watching.